Uh, First on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Who wants to start us off?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for all. Okay, I think, do we need to elect the officers before or can we just go right on into the permit?
I believe the officers have to be elected just for the record before the meeting can proceed.
Okay. We need to elect a new chairperson and a vice chair. Do I hear a motion?
I so move that Thomas Kramer will remain our chair for the upcoming year of 2025.
Any seconds?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, vice chair.
I motion that Mr. Johnson remain vice chair for the upcoming year.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. All righty then. Got that done. Review and approval of the bylaws. I think we ought to skip over that right now and go ahead to the public hearing. On the public hearing, we've got VMR permit number 21-0584 for the Naval Surface Weapon Dahlgren Shoreline Stabilization. Do we have someone here on behalf of that application? From Annapolis.
Yes, Lisa Dosman from the Department of the Navy.
Okay. Want to tell us, I guess you want an extension?
Yes, sir. It was permitted in 2021, and we recently obtained funding to actually construct some of the reaches. So we're not able to get it done by December 7th of 2024. So we're looking to get an extension to 2028 because we do have 3 of the reaches that have been funded that can be constructed. So we'd like to just start and keep going, and that will take 2 to 3 years.
Right. I'd like to open this to the public. Anyone in the public have a comment about this application?
Al Hales, I live at 7115 Kitchen Point Road. Yeah, I reviewed the application. I didn't really have any issues or concerns with it. I'm here mainly because I'm an enthusiastic advocate for living shorelines, and I put in 300 feet on my own property. So I'm interested in following the process of extending that kind of shoreline protection. And if you ever need someone to volunteer to show a living shoreline to other residents, I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you.
That's all.
Any other public comment? I'll bring it back to the board.
So I was curious about how you determined which reaches you were going to get started with first.
We have an internal priority process. So we've identified the reaches that have the most erosion that will affect the infrastructure the fastest. So those will erode, and usually it's a road or some other infrastructure that it's going to encroach upon if we don't fix it. And we work off of that priority list.
So the first, it looks like you said you were funded for 3 reaches so far?
Yes,
Those are
sir.
your first 3?
Mm-hmm.
And so those are gonna be completed in the next couple?
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3
Yes,
years?
yes, we're working through the erosion and sediment control process right now.
Okay, so, where are the reaches again? Do you know, like 4B, C, and 5 and A, I guess, are these mostly along the Potomac? 'Cause I know
Yeah,
there's
they're
so
all,
many, but.
yeah, the entire structure is along the Potomac.
Mhm.
So it starts at Gambo Creek and works over. And then we have some reaches over at Pumpkin Neck that are slated to be restored after these 3 get done. So. You're welcome.
Anyone else? Mr. Johnson, you got anything?
Well, concerning the funding that you are going to receive or have received, is that going to complete the amount of finances that's been granted to this project? Is that going to complete the project totally within 3 years?
No, sir, that's just a section of it. There's 8 reaches, and we have funding for 3, and every year for the next 2 years, it's slated to get more funding.
Okay. So we might see you again, or
Well,
one of your
I hope.
representatives.
Yes, sir. I hope
Okay.
that we get it all funded and built
Okay.
before 2028. But
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
So would you say the 3 reaches that are currently funded, do they have living shorelines, would you say?
It's a mix of both. Through the regulatory process, it was identified on which areas could do living shoreline and other areas where the fetch was too long and the wave action too strong to do that. So in some areas, there is armoring. In this particular reach, it's mostly living shoreline, and then we have some bank stabilization because the beach is stable.
Yeah, some of the photos that where you've done reclamation, you can see that difference.
Yeah.
Any other comments from the board? All right, we'll close that, and do I hear a motion?
Brother Chairman, I so move that this VMRC permit application number 21-0584 NSF Dahlgren Shoreline Stabilization be approved.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stay, or you can leave.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, point of order. Hi,
No,
Lisa.
it's okay. I was gonna tell you, yeah, if you could go back and address the minutes.
Right,
from
we gotta
last
go back to
meeting
that. I
and
didn't say we were
the
gonna close.
backlash, yeah. Don't adjourn anything.
No, I'm not adjourning the meeting.
Oh, okay.
I just said they could leave if they need to go back to the nap. That's a long rest.
We can meet.
I don't have a problem with that. Anybody got a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, your part is complete.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Need to walk around.
I bet.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. We'll be in touch with this.
Okay, now back to the review and approval of the bylaws. Or we could, I don't see a whole lot of difference, I guess. I mean, what are you gonna do, fire me?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of glanced over them, and I mean,
Page one.
starting off, King George just jumped right out at me, and then, you know, I was just looking at page. We don't do have page numbers here. Page 7, I guess it is. Wetlands bylaw procedures. I guess just 7. It says wetlands, and it has 2 S's. It should be just one. You know, so wetland bylaw procedures should be just 1 S. I mean, little stuff like that. If it's official document, you know, it should be official document.
I definitely agree. Are there any content, substance issues that you find in it that you would like to change beyond grammar and spelling?
I've got a thing right here. As far as content goes, it's just a repeat step in a procedure. As far as Article 6, Section 5, your steps 3 and 4 are the same thing. So I'm sure that somebody meant to write something like statements on behalf of the representative or organization, but not application. So application is just written twice on there.
You said, what was that, 3B and 4?
It was on page 6, number 3 and number 4 are the same thing.
Page 6.
If I'm not mistaken.
I can get to it in a minute. 3 and 4. Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes,
I see it too.
yes. Uh-huh. Do these have to be approved tonight? I would really like to sit down and read these things.
I believe we can defer this. We can defer this decision.
Okay, we deferred it the last time, and it was supposed to be corrected and presented to us.
I apologize.
So,
It'll be fixed.
okay. I don't like to approve anything that's not correct, you know, because that's something we have to go by. And legally, if somebody else can look at it and point out errors, it's just not good. So,
So should we reconvene then, or?
We need a motion for that.
Do this? A couple months, or?
I so move that these bylaws be reviewed by the staff and corrected with the items that were pointed out tonight, along with others that may be. And we'll get a chance to review these, and if we find anything, we can give you a call and let you know what they are. Is that good?
That sounds great. I
Okay.
can give you my number.
With that, I so move that the bylaws be reviewed and then brought back to the board for approval.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Is this going directly to you if we have some corrections to send to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, under unfinished business, it says none. New business. I have a couple of things I'd like to just bring up. I know you and Kelly both are new, you know, and I hope you stay a while. We need some stability in all departments in King George, unfortunately. We normally meet on, used to meet on Thursdays was our normal meeting night. Is that going to go back to normal?
It is still Thursday night at 6:30. I believe it's the fourth Thursday of the month.
Fourth Thursday.
And this meeting, I wanted it to occur before their permit ran out on December 7th. And next Thursday is Thanksgiving. And then tomorrow, at the time of arranging the meeting, I did not think that we would have a quorum. So Mr. Scoville offered that he would have been able to be the third board member here to make a quorum. And so at that point, I decided that having a quorum would be more important than letting the permit expire. So this was a one-off.
I was hoping we didn't
Yeah.
start doing it on Wednesdays. I don't care, but I forget what we were actually doing it on Wednesdays for. I think it was, maybe Jim Slater had Bible study on Thursdays or something. I don't know, but we were doing it on Thursdays, you know.
Yeah, it was a one-off to do it on a Wednesday, unless you want to change it.
I would actually prefer it to be the fourth Thursday as it is.
Okay, so without exceptions or changing the dates in the future? Okay.
Right.
So the other thing that I wanted to bring up is new businesses. You're really talking about doing everything digital. I don't like digital very much. I mean, it's better to see it on paper. I know it's a hassle mailing those out and stuff, but most of us do this for free instead of being salaried. So take that and pay my postage, baby.
Noted, will do. And you would like them all mailed, or are there certain people who would like it digitally? I can note it.
You
Well-
can mail it or let me know, because I know where you all live. I can come by and pick it up.
If you did one or two ways, you could either mail it or you can have us come by and pick it up. You know, we would be flexible, at least I would, in that
He'd
area.
even pick mine up and bring it to me.
Okay.
I would do that,
I can pick it up.
Would you like
yes.
digital or in paper? Paper?
Paper, yes,
I would like it digital if I could.
Okay, perfect.
it is, it
I
is,
think, and then I
it
can
is.
mark it up and
Yes,
the page.
right.
And when I had talked to you the other day, I guess this is really old business, but it has to be brought up again. The fact that permits, we usually get them past year or two, 1 week before we have this meeting. That's not enough time for board members to go out and look at projects. It's just not enough time. I think if we were aware, like when someone applies for an application, just send out a little note or something that, hey, the permit number da-da-da applied last week, you know. Then we can be aware that somebody from, if we ever get an environmental inspector, which this guy said he'd volunteer for it.
I'll volunteer for anything you want me to do.
See? What kind of degree you got?
No, none. I'm just, you know.
That's okay, we just need to know.
I got an engineering degree.
There
so
you
that's not gonna
go,
help.
see? But, yeah, I think it's important for us to be able to go out and look at jobs and that's coming up, you know, permits. The other thing is, the last meeting we had, and it's not in the minutes, excuse me, that, the project out there where only you and I went out to
Yes.
see, where all the gravestones were along the shoreline. We were supposed to be able to go get updates on that and possibly go back out and see how they're doing on that project.
Project Harmony, right?
Yes, that was the one,
First,
Project
Stewart's
Harmony.
place.
yeah.
but we haven't heard anything about that. And I
So-
think that's a pretty big project. I mean, 2 miles of shoreline for only $2 million. Does that sound right to you?
You don't pay yourself any labor.
Yeah,
But what we're talking about, these contractors, they, were to take a debris pile and crush it
use it for the road.
and use it for a road, and then remove, tombstones from the shoreline and replace it with I'll just say riprap that was, ground up. These tombstones came out of Washington, D.C., Black Cemetery there, and they were just thrown on the shore and used for riprap. And so when it was discovered, action was taken. And so we, Mr. Kramer and I, we went down and reviewed that before the permit was issued. And we asked that as the work progressed, we wanted to be informed so that we could go back and look again and see how they were doing.
Yeah, I've got pictures of that. You probably have some in your files. I think, the other gentleman that was what was his name? Sadat may have taken a bunch of pictures too. But there's acres of riprap, like a mountain. That it's a mess. It's a real mess. I don't know where they're at with that project. It's one of the largest projects I've ever seen, and it seems like the cheapest one. And they're not going out into the water to see if there's any tombstones, just to the shoreline.
right to the low water line.
Low water.
Yes.
I know that for an update, I know that a land disturbance permit for the work to actually start was issued recently. And how would you like to be updated with photos or an on-site visit? What should I request on your behalf?
Personally, I'd like on-site visits. You know, I know it can only be 2 board members at a visit, but I know we have a brand new board member here that would probably be interested, and I'm sure you'd like to probably go out and look at that too.
Yeah, I'd like to go.
And we could split up, you know, you or I could take one of these guys, you know.
Sure.
It's a hike.
Love to come see it. I mean, anytime you want to come show me any of these sites, that'd be fine.
Yeah, you know, and even while we were there, we found several tombstones as we walked the shoreline. So,
And you can find, if you look that cemetery up, you can see it was a beautiful cemetery, and there's all sorts of parts of tombstones. You know, you might have the headboard up here, but the rest of it's made out of beautiful stones and granite, and
yes.
it's in the water. It's a mess. Yeah. And yeah, I appreciate you offering to come look at your shoreline. I'd like to come see it sometime.
Took me a while, but it was amazing what a difference it made. And now it's all grown up with grass and so it turned into a natural habitat. So,
As well as telling our new member that VIMS puts on things for people to classes down there, and talks all about living shorelines and.
sure. Leaving pictures with it. Happy to have anybody come look at it anytime. And, you know, especially if they came at low tide, they could really get a good feel for how it's put together and how effective it's been. And, yeah, yeah, I'd seriously be happy to do that.
Okay.
Anybody else got any new business? Or business? I hear
I
about
so move we adjourn. Oh, did I speak too soon?
would you be able to revisit the minutes from January 25th, 2024?
That was a pretty, was it? Yeah, there wasn't much to it.
So we need to approve these minutes.
Or propose edits? Review them?
Mr. Chairman,
Hmm.
I so move that the minutes of January the 25th of 2024 be approved as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second it.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye. Okay.
So for the bylaws, are you just gonna email those out once they get updated, or how are we gonna check the updates and approve all that, you think?
I believe that they have to be approved at a meeting, but I can email out an update for you all to see it once it's edited.
Okay. How long do you think that's gonna take?
Probably
Get the update?
no more than a week.
Okay. So we probably need to set a date to reconvene, right? So we're not sitting on this too long. Think like a month, 2 months, when to meet again, just for the bylaws.
If you would like to, the fourth Thursday of December.
That's right.
No,
after
let's not do
Christmas.
December.
Yeah,
Let's do something in 2025.
Okay.
February.
January.
January. So I make a motion that we reconvene the fourth Thursday of January 2025 to approve the updated bylaws.
Second.
Motion been made and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now you can do your adjournment.
I'm gonna wait on her. Are we good now?
Confirmed. Fourth Thursday of January,
Yes. 6:30.
6:30.
Okay. And once they're done, you'll mail us out a copy, or you want us to come by and get them, or how's that gonna work?
If you would prefer paper copies, I can leave them at the front office.
Call us and let us know that they're there, and we can come by and pick them up.
Correct.
At
Does that
our
work for you?
convenience. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
I'll email you.
Okay.
That works.
That being said, seeing no further business, I so move we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.